So before you go ahead and start your mosaic plate, let's talk briefly about the supplies in your clay kit. In addition to the big chunk of clay you have, you should have been provided a blue plastic plate and 2 wooden dowels. That's going to help you create an even slab, and it's meant to replicate the metal rebar guide rods in our classroom. You can cut your slab later on in the next video. You'll see me do that. You can cut it with the plastic knife I gave you, or even a bent paper clip, or if you have any tools you have personally bought, like official legit ceramic tools, of course use those. Now, I doubt that your mom will let you use her nice rolling pin from her kitchen. So to mimic a rolling pin, I suggest you look for something like PVC pipe. What I have here, it might be in your garage. You can go with a larger diameter. Mine is kind of skinny and narrow. If that doesn't work, you can find an aerosol can like you see here. Just go with something tall and smooth, not bumpy, but very tall. And that's pretty heavy, and that'll work well as a wannabe rolling pin. Another option would be a glass bottle, but you want like a tall bottle. A tall Coke bottle, like the kind they sell in Mexico, is a little too wavy, I think. I don't know that that will work out too well. So look around your house for something kind of flat and smooth. And I have some other options for you as well, which I'll discuss later. In the meantime, I'm working on the wooden boards we have in our classroom. That's meant to be my tabletop. And you have a piece of craft foam you're going to have, which I provided in your kit. And that's great so your slab won't stick to your tabletop. So you're going to want to roll out your slab on that piece of craft foam. And those you can shake off, like any crumbs you accumulate. You can scrub them clean. I think you might be able to rinse them under the sink, and they should kind of like rinse well. In any case, once you're ready to make your slab, make sure that your dowels, your wooden dowels, are pretty far apart in order to accommodate the width of the plate. We need our slab wide enough to accommodate that plate. Also, you don't want your clay to stick to the plate. After you make your slab, you're going to drape it on the plate, and you need a barrier in between. So a dry paper towel barrier works great. I recommend taping it with masking tape if possible. You don't have to, but it's a good idea. Just be careful when you're wrapping the paper towel tightly that you don't hulk out like I did and start to rip the paper towel. And you still want to pick up the curve. There I go, ripping the paper towel again. You want to pick up the curve of the paper plate as well. Okay, so now I'm ready to begin actual slab making. I've got my dowels pretty far apart, almost the width of the craft foam sheet. And before you tackle rolling a slab, remember this step from when you're a beginner. You want to kind of give the clay a beat down, as I call it. And that PVC pipe is good for that. If you're working with an aerosol you can give it a beat down that way. Or you can take your fist and pound the clay down a little bit, or do the tortilla method I just did. Using your fist to pound it down works the best, I think. And that's about the thickness you want. That's like a little over an inch. It's like 3 or 4 slices of bread, that thickness. Okay? You know I love food references. Anyhow, so now your clay is ready to evolve into a slab. So you can use your PVC pipe or aerosol can, whatever works, as a wannabe fake rolling pin. So after spending a few minutes rolling that PVC pipe over the clay, you can see I have a slab emerging. And those wooden dowels are pretty handy in guiding the clay to the proper thickness. I recommend flipping your slab over and rolling on the other side, on the bottom of the slab. Give that a quick roll too. That'll help. And the nice thing about the slab is it won't stick to that red piece of craft foam. Your craft foam might be purple or yellow. They came in different colors. Mine happens to be red. You can see I love red. All right, so I'm happy with the slab. It's looking pretty decent. It's a little on the thick side, so what I'm going to do is give it a toss on my tabletop, aka that wooden board I stole from our classroom. And remember, when you toss the slab on the tabletop, or you can do this on the ground too, just don't do this on a dirty floor, a nice clean floor. But when you do this, you want the slab to make a quiet, soft sound as it hits the table or the floor, okay? It should not make a loud thud sound.